Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the battle of epic proportions, strength, Super Saiyan Goku GT, and just how good he is in DBZ Dokkan battle after his Extreme Z Awakening at 55%. Now Goku is a World Tournament category character. He essentially, to cut a long story short, is a very solid character. Basically, he runs essentially quite nicely on a Space Traveling Warriors team. I wouldn't say he's anything spectacular, but he's pretty good. He's got a nice bit of utility in his kit. Attacking defense 150%, additional attacking defense for 5 turns of 100%, then an additional attacking defense of 50% when performing a super. Medium chance of evasion, key +3, with another 30% chance of evasion if there's a Space Traveling Warriors category ally attacking in the same turn. And then 20% attack up to 80% with a crit chance of 10% with up to 40% each attack evaded. So basically 60% evasion, potentially 40% crit, nice attack stats, and relatively solid defense after super, whilst also boosting allies' attack. He's got a decent link set as well, with Golden Warrior, Saiyan Lineage, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, GT, Prepared for Battle, and Sharing the Limit. His big issue that he has is that he doesn't share a lot of links with perfect units, as in, like, ideally his best unit is probably Pan, Tech Pan, who is a decent first slot unit, fills up most of his categories, and ideally would share perfect links with him. If you trade it out, like maybe Golden Warrior for All in the Family, then he would be perfect for her, and together they'd look really, really good. But overall, I think he's quite solid. Like I say, he's got a very good kind of baseline. We're looking at 130k defense on a turn in that first 5-turn period with a bit of support, which is pretty good. And then, of course, he also gains 50% attack and defense on super and raises defense 1 turn. So we're looking at about 200k defense after super, which is good. It is pretty good. Quite solid, but the attack stats do grow quite nicely. You can see how he starts with like 2.2, 2.3 million once fully built up. He does have, once fully built up with his 5-turn passive and B-Pan's active skill, he hits very nice attack stats. We're looking at 5.5 million, but usually with supports and that, we're looking at about 3, 3.3, 3.8, depending on how much support you have, which is good. Couple that with his 60% evasion means that he's in a good space. That boost to the allies' attack is also pretty solid, and 60% evasion is pretty dependable. Now, if you have dupes in this guy, you probably want to build him additionals and evasion. Additionals will be great. That additional defensive boost, the additional attack raise for all allies is really good, but more evasion, you can kind of cover up for when that 60% doesn't kick in. You've got 15% from his hidden potential system. You couple that with the 60% that he has, you're looking at like an effective 66% in terms of evasion rating, which is pretty good. It's close to that kind of magical 70% mark where things are relatively consistent, and I think in that space he's really good. It also allows him to build up his attack quicker, his crit bigger, and with additionals, then you can obviously manifest a bit more of that defensive security after super as well, which puts him in a good place. With all World Tournament units, he needs to have dupes. The stat boost from being fully rainbowed is quite significant, especially for World Tournament units. It kind of dramatically changes how good they look. Every stat point really counts with these guys, so it is realistically quite important. But yeah, overall link-wise, like I said, Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, all fairly good and common for you to use. Kamehameha, super common as well. His best link is definitely GT, so if you can, you do want to get that. The team he'll work on best will probably be a Pan / Goku / Trunks kind of GT Heroes sided team. But he can work on just a flat GT team as long as you can kind of hit that Space Traveling Warriors requirement as well. If you can hit that requirement, you can pretty much run him on any of his categories. It's just the available units are a little bit spread thin on some of the different categories, but we'll have to see. I think overall for me, Goku is pretty good. He's really quite solid, and I think he's a good baseline unit to use in a ton of situations. Realistically, I really like how he looks. I like how he feels, and I think overall he does a very good level of performance that kind of gives me a sense of consistency out of him. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it from me. Honestly, Goku's pretty decent. I wouldn't say he's spectacular. He's not gonna crush red zone or anything for you. And out of the World Tournament units, I probably wouldn't invest in him. I would invest in some of the others, but I think he's okay. He can definitely help you for the mid to late game. And if you're someone who loves running Pan's team, this guy could be a good option for that Bond of Friendship DB Seekers kind of GT team. I think he'd be pretty solid there as just kind of like a floater or second slot unit. I think he would be pretty good. We will be taking a look at him at Rainbow because I am fortunate enough to have all of his hidden potential piles opened, and we'll see how big the difference is between him then and get a good feel for him. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. It's always appreciated. And yeah, that's essentially it. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care and bye.